What? Most men assume that older women are impossible to attract. They tell themselves, she's too experienced, she's too confident, she's out of my league. But the surprising reality is this: older women are naturally drawn to certain men immediately. And it's not about looks, money, or age. The reason lies in psychology. Once you understand it, you'll realize you've been sabotaging your chances without even knowing it. Stay with me because I'm about to share 6 hidden truths older women won't admit but secretly desire. Miss even one of these, and she'll dismiss you as just another boy. Master them, and you'll become unforgettable. Respect before desire is the hidden path to her heart. Here's the tough truth. Most men try to attract older women with charm, gifts, or even arrogance. But these tactics don't work. Why? Because she's seen it all. She's lived enough to distinguish empty words from genuine actions. Older women don't fall for shallow games. The very first test you'll face is respect. Respect isn't about calling her mom or being polite in public. True respect runs deeper. It's in the way you listen when she speaks, the way you look at her like she truly matters, the way you make her feel noticed in a world that often ignores her. Think about it. When was the last time someone genuinely listened to her heart? Instead of only noticing her appearance, when you become that kind of man, she can't help but soften, she relaxes, she starts to trust. And trust is the first spark of desire. This is the mistake most men make: they rush her. They push for intimacy too quickly, not realizing that the fastest way to her body is through her heart. Respect is the key that opens both doors. So remember this before you try to seduce her. Stimulate her sense of being valued. Because when she feels respected, she'll give you something younger women rarely do: her full trust, confidence, and admiration, the silent attraction trigger. Here's something most men don't realize: older women won't have patience to teach you how to be a man. They've already gone through years of experiences, heartbreaks, and lessons. What they seek now isn't potential, it's presence. And this is where confidence and leadership matter. Think about it. A boy hides behind arrogance. He brags. He shows off muscles. He tries to impress with money or possessions. But a man, a real man, doesn't need to prove anything. His confidence is quiet, stable, and unwavering. When you enter a room with that energy, she notices. Not because you are the loudest, but because you are the calmest. You carry yourself like you belong, and that's magnetic. Older women test men in subtle ways. They challenge your decisions. They observe how you deal with pressure. They look for cracks in your confidence. Here's the dark psychology behind it. She's not testing you to reject you. She's testing to feel safe with you. If you crumble under pressure, hesitate, or act uncertain, she loses interest instantly. But when you stay grounded and hold your frame, she senses something powerful. This man can handle me. This man can lead me. Leadership doesn't mean controlling her or issuing orders. It's about guiding energy. When you ask her out, do it clearly. When you touch her hand, do it with certainty. When you plan a date, don't ask, "What do you want to do?" Take initiative. This is irresistible for older women because their lives are full of responsibilities. They lead at work, in families, and in social circles. But with you, they don't want another weight. They want to surrender. Surrender comes when she feels your leadership can carry both of you. Confidence isn't about loudness. It's about steadiness. It's in holding her gaze without flinching. It's in speaking with certainty without rushing to fill silence. It's in remaining unshaken when she challenges you. Do this and her attraction will rise even before physical intimacy. Deep down, every older woman desires a man she can trust to lead. Emotional strength, the quality older women can't resist. Here's a truth most men avoid: you can have looks, charm, or money. But if you're emotionally weak, an older woman will lose interest instantly. Why? Because she's lived long enough to recognize emotional weakness. She's seen men crumble under stress, avoid responsibility, and collapse when life gets hard. She won't carry that burden again. Most younger men fail here. They confuse emotional strength with being cold, distant, or unavailable. That's not strength, that's avoidance. True emotional strength is handling life without falling apart and, importantly, handling her. Think about it. Older women have faced heartbreak, disappointments, and real struggles. They want a man who doesn't panic when she shows her emotions, who doesn't retreat when she challenges him, who doesn't take things personally, but stands solid like a rock. Here's the dark truth: when she tests you emotionally, she isn't trying to break you. She's checking if you're breakable. If you snap, get defensive, or fold, she immediately knows you're not ready for her. But if you respond with calmness, patience, and control, something changes inside her. She feels safe. Safety is the foundation of attraction. Emotional strength also means not being needy. You don't beg for her approval. You don't spiral if she takes time to reply. You don't lose balance when she pulls back. Instead, you stay grounded because you know yourself. That steady energy is intoxicating. She begins to think finally, a man who doesn't collapse when I lean on him, a man I can relax with. Emotional strength separates you from 90% of men. Most men are reactive. They argue, complain, and fall apart under pressure. You, however, become unmovable. You become the man she can trust not only with her body but also with her heart. When she feels emotionally safe with you, her femininity flourishes. She softens, opens up, becomes playful, passionate, and deeply sensual. Younger men rarely see this because they lack the emotional maturity to unlock it. Presence is the ultimate power. If you want to attract older women, don't just train your body, train your emotions, control your reactions, build patience, learn to listen without trying to fix everything. Emotional discipline is the rarest turn of all. Presence is how you make her feel safe and desired. Most men misunderstand passion. They focus on gestures, flashy dates, or physical intensity. But an older woman has experienced all that. She's been impressed, disappointed, flattered, and lied to. What she truly wants now is a man who makes her feel like the only woman in the world when he's with her. Presence means full attention, not distracted by phones, insecurities, the past, or the future. When you're with her, she feels your focus. You notice her eyes, body language, and energy. You feel her emotions, not just hear her words. Presence equals validation. She feels valued, seen, and desired in ways younger men rarely manage. Most men are too busy trying to impress or too distracted to notice small details. You, however, stand out. You make her feel alive again. Think about her last genuine laugh. Did the man with her cherish it as the most beautiful sound? Probably not. But if you do, you awaken something deep within her. Presence is powerful because it creates safety. When you're calm, grounded, and fully focused on her, she feels like nothing else exists. That's when her femininity comes alive. She softens. She opens up. She starts leaning toward you without even realizing it. Picture this, sitting with her in silence. Most men would panic and rush to fill the space with meaningless chatter. But you're calm, you smile, you gently touch her hand, you meet her eyes without hurry. That silence becomes charged, electric, unforgettable. This is why presence is one of the strongest forms of attraction. It communicates without words. You are my focus, you are my desire, you are enough. Once she senses that, she won't want to let go. She'll replay that feeling in her mind long after you've left. That's what makes her want you repeatedly. Most men try too hard. But the man who simply learns to exist fully in the moment doesn't just attract her, he awakens her. Here's a truth very few talk about. The biggest turn on for an older woman isn't just physical. It's emotional vulnerability paired with masculine strength. Let me clarify. Many men believe attraction is only about showing confidence, dominance, or power. And yes, those matter. But if all you show is strength without depth, you seem one-dimensional, almost like a mask. She can feel it, and it makes her hold back. Older women secretly desire a man who is both strong and human. A man who isn't afraid to share a part of his story, his scars, his lessons, not whining, not overloading her, but with calm ownership. Why? Vulnerability builds trust. She's lived enough to spot when a man is hiding something. She can see through bravado, fake confidence, and rehearsed lines. But when you lower the mask and reveal a bit of your truth, maybe a failure, a fear you conquered, or a dream you're pursuing, you invite her to open up as well. That's the key. When you open a door, she feels safe stepping through it, and once she opens up emotionally, attraction skyrockets. It's no longer just physical or mental, it becomes spiritual. She connects with you in a way younger men rarely achieve. Here's the psychology: vulnerability without strength repels her. Strength without vulnerability keeps her distant. Strength combined with vulnerability makes her melt. It's all about balance. You don't dump your problems on her. You don't beg for validation. But you reveal your humanity. When she sees you can be open while staying grounded, she respects you on a deeper level. For example, instead of bragging about your success, share how many failures it took to reach that point. Instead of pretending you've never been hurt, tell her how heartbreak shaped you. Instead of acting like you have everything figured out, admit that you're still learning and evolving. That honesty disarms her. It builds trust, and trust is the gateway to her heart, her body, and her soul. Here's the ultimate truth. Older women are tired of pretense. They crave authenticity. Nothing is more real, magnetic, or unforgettable than a man who is strong and open at the same time. Boundaries are another part of the masculine edge. Older women aren't drawn to the nice guy who bends over backwards. They're drawn to a man with clear boundaries. By the time she reaches a certain maturity, she's already experienced men who were controlling and men who were weak. She knows the frustration of someone trying to dominate her, and the disappointment of someone letting her walk over him. She wants balance, a man who is caring, attentive, and kind, but who also stands firm. A man who knows his worth and won't compromise it. Boundaries show self-respect. You don't need her approval to feel valuable. You won't accept disrespect, manipulation, or games. Women don't test you to destroy you. They test you to see where your limits are. If you fold or get defensive, you lose respect. But when you hold your ground calmly, she feels safe. Deep down, every woman wants to know, can this man protect me? Can he protect himself? Boundaries communicate that you're not desperate. You choose her, but you don't need her. You desire her, but you won't lose yourself for her. Think about it. When she cancels plans last minute, do you chase or step back calmly? When she flirts with someone else, do you explode or smile like a man who knows his worth? When she tests your patience, do you beg or state clearly what you will and won't accept? Boundaries create polarity. Standing firm in your masculinity makes her naturally lean into her femininity. She respects you more, desires you more, and feels safer than she has in years. The truth: an older woman doesn't want to mother you, and she doesn't want to dominate you. She wants a man who stands beside her as an equal, with a strength she can rely on. That's the masculine edge. When you master it, you stop chasing women. They start chasing you. Move with power. Attract through silence. Let's reflect. Most men never understand this. Attraction, especially with older women, isn't about tricks, cheesy lines, youth, wealth, or looks. It's about mastering yourself, confidence, real confidence that radiates because you know yourself. Maturity, the rare ability to remain calm, grounded, and wise while others react impulsively. Emotional strength, showing you're unshakable and dependable. Presence, giving her your full attention and making her feel like the only woman in the world. Vulnerability with strength, the hidden turn on that builds deep trust and connection. Boundaries, the masculine edge separating men who are chosen from men who are used. Most men never embody these traits. They chase women with money, looks, or charm. They fold under pressure, they hide behind masks. But you, if you're listening, something inside you is awake. You're done with games, confusion, and chasing. You're ready to step into real masculine power. The kind that doesn't shout, brag, or beg. It moves in silence, commands respect, and attracts women, especially older, wiser women. Once you embody this, life itself responds differently. Opportunities appear, people respect you. You attract abundance instead of chasing it. Women aren't the prize, you are. When you build confidence, sharpen your mind, master your emotions, and set your boundaries, you become the kind of man who doesn't just attract women, you inspire them. You become the man she's waited her whole life to meet. Stop asking, what do women want? Start asking, what kind of man am I becoming? When you focus on becoming the strongest, calmest, most grounded version of yourself, attraction becomes effortless. Older women won't just notice you, they'll crave you, respect you, and fight to keep you. All you need to do is step into your quiet, unshakable masculine power. Remember, the loudest man in the room is often the weakest. The man who wins moves silently. The choice is yours. Stay like the rest, chasing, begging, performing, or rise above. Master yourself, and let women be drawn to you like iron to a magnet. Once you understand this, chasing becomes unnecessary.